Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you my 2011 NFL mock draft. This is version 3. This one also has round 2 attached to it. So let's just jump right into this list and see who I have the Carolina Panthers going with the number 1 overall pick. The Panthers have to go with Nick Fairley, defensive tackle from Auburn. They're solid at the defensive end spot, but need to be disruptive on the interior, and Fairley is that guy to help that young defense get back to prominence. Patrick Peterson will be the perfect complement or replacement for Champ Bailey when he decides what he wants to do, and Peterson can also help bolster that returning very talented playmaker for the LSU Tigers. I just can't see Champ Bailey passing on a quarterback that perfectly fits his style, and Cam Newton is that guy, a true winner in the mold of Ben Roethlisberger. Adding A.J. Green to the Bengals instantly adds explosiveness to the passing game and makes him a bona fide star in the Queen City. Cameron Jordan looked unblockable at the Senior Bowl and will look unblockable at the next level. Jordan's impressive ball get-off is what separates him from the rest of the pack. The Browns are transitioning to a 4-3 defense, which is why Clemson's Daquan Bowers makes sense here. Bowers is an outstanding pass rusher, but is also very strong and athletic to hold his own against the run. I still have the 49ers taking Prince Amukamara in this slot. Big need for the 49ers is cornerback. Taking a player the caliber of Amukamara will help out that secondary tremendously. Robert Quinn is a freakish athlete. Some say he's better as an outside rusher in the 3-4. I like him with his hand in the dirt in the 4-3. Team him up with second-year player Derek Morgan, and the Titans' front 4 has a lot more speed off the edge. Gabe Kareem is the best tackle prospect in my opinion. He can play on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and the Cowboys need that type of versatility on the offensive line to protect Romo and to help bolster their running game. First shocker of the draft, I don't think the Redskins will draft a quarterback. I think they take the best D-line off the board to fit that 3-4 defense, and that's Marcel Darius out of Alabama. Another team transitioning to a 3-4 defense are the Houston Texans, adding the best outside rusher in the draft. Von Miller gets that new scheme its most integral component, a relentless pass rusher. The Vikings need help at free safety. Rahim Moore is the best one in the draft. Yes, it may be a little high for Moore, but if the Vikes don't snatch him up now, he won't get past the Jags. Outstanding ball hawking safety, and that's what the Vikings sorely need. The Lions add another threat to that defensive line, and Ryan Kerrigan is both a valuable against the run and relentless versus the pass. A player that lives in the backfield. Putting Kerrigan next to Sue means trouble for opposing offenses. Rams need weapons for Sam Bradford. In comes Julio Jones. Jones will be a dynamic player due to his ability to run after the catch, which opens up that Rams offense and takes it to new heights. Big physical wide receiver. Justin Houston is a player that has quintessential 3-4 linebacker skills. He has the frame, the athletic ability to drop in coverage. He also can deliver the big hit to the quarterback and should fit perfectly in that Dolphins defense. Now, the Jags have stunned everyone last year with Tyson Alualu. This year, they do the same by selecting DeAndre McDaniel. This is a huge need for the Jags, so why not get the second best prospect in the draft since Moore was snatched up earlier by the Minnesota Vikings? Pats have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds, so they can go anywhere with this pick, but I think they go with Mr. 5 Tech himself, Cameron Haywood. Perfect because he isn't going to wire with his sacks, but his ability to push the pocket, which makes him special. Chargers need improvement on defense by selecting Akeem Ayers. They bring in a player that's very versatile and athletic. If he could bring it each and every play like his talent suggests, he could be a special player. Giants need consistency in the backfield. By selecting Mark Ingram, you're getting a running back that does not fumble and hits the hole with authority. He is also very underrated receiver out of the backfield and should help bring some steadiness to an unsteady situation. Tampa Bay needs to improve its defensive front, especially on the edge. Adding J.J. Watt is adding a lunch pail type of guy that can control the line of scrimmage and also add some pressure on the quarterback. May not be flashy, but he is the model of consistency. Chiefs did an excellent job of opening holes and creating lanes for Jamal Charles and Thomas Jones, but struggled in pass protection. Anthony Costanzo is a highly decorated prospect with great footwork and should help Castle have more time in the pocket this season. Protecting Peyton Manning is priority number one. Derek Sherrod is a very talented player, a real cerebral player, and that is a perfect match for the coach, a small football player that can get out there and compete at a high level. Bit of a surprise here, but I like Jimmy Smith a lot. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, matches up really well with wide receivers. He's very quick for his size and makes a lot of plays on the ball. A Bobby Taylor clone should make Eagles fans very happy because he is very tough and a physical player. Saints had issues getting to the quarterback last season. Allen Bailey is a defensive end that is very strong at the point of attack, so he can push the pocket like no other, which allows the Saints to get back to that pressure style defense that helped them win the Super Bowl. Ryan Mallett has loads of talent, big arm, and surprising mobility. By grabbing him here, allows him to sit behind Matt Hasselbeck while cleaning up his footwork and his pocket pressing, so he'll be ready to take over the reins in 2012, but tough for the Seahawks to pass him up right here. Former tight end Nate Solder is a very athletic offensive lineman, but still needs to add bulk. But if you're looking for a tackle with amazing footwork, then Solder is your guy. He's still finding his way as a tackle, but nonetheless an amazing prospect. An inability to get to the quarterback opposite of John Abraham doomed the Falcons in the playoff. Bringing in Adrian Claiborne is a huge step in the right direction. Claiborne uses his hands better than any defensive end prospect in the draft, so it should help the Falcons front four be that much more ferocious this season. Leave it up to Belichick to shake up the draft. Dante Moak runs a 4.25 and was a terror coming off the end in the Western Athletic Conference. Belichick loves versatility in the player, and Moak is that type of player with unbelievable speed that gives the coach options. Offensive line is priority number one for the Chicago Bears. Tyron Smith, a fast-rising prospect at tackle, very strong at the point of attack. How he handles edge rushers is what impresses me the most. A big dancing bear on the island should make Jay Cutler a very happy man. Losing Chris Jenkins was a tough blow to the gangrene. Time to start talking about his heir apparent. Nose tackle Phil Taylor is a classic space eater in the middle with pass rushing ability. Having Taylor plug the middle will allow linebackers free flow to the football. Green Bay is talented in the secondary, but Charles Woodson is getting up there in age, so adding a versatile player like Brandon Harris fits the mold of a Dom Capers type of corner. Coverage and blitzing ability are his forte. Harris has both. He's a tremendous player. Rodney Hudson is the best guard in the draft. He has good hand placement and run blocking and also has solid footwork in the passing game. Should be a fixture on that Steelers offensive line. Pair him next to Pouncey, and what was now a weakness is now a strength. Now here are my second round selections. You look at this list, a lot of talented players in this second round. This is a deep draft. Some things that stand out though, you see right there at 41, Washington does get their quarterback in the second round though, also getting a quarterback. You look at San Francisco, I have them taking a chance on Colin Kaepernick, a guy that's very versatile. You can see Harbaugh working wonders with this kid and making him into the type of player he made Josh Johnson at the University of San Diego. You also look at Jonathan Baldwin going to Cleveland, gets a young target for Colt McCoy. Now you look at the rest of the second round of this draft. You look at the Saints. Getting Mason Foster is going to be key. Getting back to that pressure style defense is going to be huge. They have to get that done in order to get back to the Super Bowl. You also look at Atlanta. Greg Little is a guy that I really like a lot. Very physical wide receiver. Reminds me a lot of Andre Johnson, so he should help wonders. Taking some pressure away from Roddy White and open up that Falcons offense. You also look at Marvin Austin going to Indianapolis Colts. They've whiffed on a couple of D tackles. Getting Austin to play in that middle is going to be huge for that defense. Now for more draft coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/draft or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Also, you want to stay tuned for version 4 of our mock draft. Will be coming out next month. And also check out our draft analyst Chris James mock draft at footballgameplan.com/draft.